Hi, kindergartens. Good to see you. Okay, you've been learning all about your brains. You're getting pretty good at it now. I can tell. You're remembering all sorts of things. So let's start with the three different parts of our brain that we've been learning about. This part right here is called the, yes, prefrontal cortex. You're right. And what does it do? It's our decision maker, correct again. Okay, so that's at the front. Tucked right inside, right behind our ears is the amygdala. And our amygdala is our security guard. Good work. Okay, and then the back, or right behind our amygdala, right past our ears, is our, kind of, think about an animal, a big one. You got it. You got it. It's a hippocampus. It's that hippo camping out at the back of our brain. And that's what helps us do all of our learning and remembering our memories. So it's a super important part of our brain. We're going to focus on our decision maker again today. Dun, 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 it's right here. And we're going to continue to talk about being mindful. So last week, you learned some behaviors that were unmindful. We're not going to do those. And we talked about some behaviors that are mindful that I see from you all the time, and they make my heart happy, right? And it actually makes you feel good to make good decisions too. So thank you for sorting those out last week. So being mindful, you're being thoughtful and kind and present, and unmindful, you're really not making the best decisions, right? So I'm going to read you a book. It's gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. I am taping myself, so parents, the words are backwards. But it's called What Does It Mean to Be Present? Look at this cutie pie right down here. Oh, can't get enough. What does it mean to be present? And being present is actually... Mrs. Picton, pick up the phone. And actually being present and being mindful means the same thing. Okay, so at the end of this book, I am going to ask you to do this piece of paper, and it says, I am mindful when. So you need to be thinking the whole time that I'm reading this story, when am I mindful? What kinds of things do I do that are mindful? Okay, so keep that in the back of your head as I'm reading through the story. But you can sit back and just enjoy yourself for a little bit too. Okay, what does it mean to be present or mindful? This is a brand new book. I know, I love it. What does it mean to be present? Does it mean showing up in class? No, doesn't mean just showing up. Does it mean sharing something at show and tell? Nope. Does it mean wrapping yourself up? I mean, honestly, that's a hard thing to do. Luckily, it doesn't mean that. No. And here are your pictures. I hope you were visualizing. Oh, look at, she's all wrapped up nice. You've learned about visualizing, so I'm going to wait to show you the pictures so you can use that strategy too. Being present does mean listening carefully when other people are speaking. So are you sitting at home, being very quiet and really listening to what I'm saying? You're being mindful right now. You got it down already. Look at this. And this is what you look like when you were with me in class and when you're with Mrs. Cather in class. Quiet, listening. Being mindful or being present is noticing when somebody needs your help, taking the time to give them the help that they need, focusing on what's happening right now, right at this very point in time, instead of thinking about what's coming up next. So maybe you're in class. Look at this poor girl. She tore apart her butterfly. Oh, gee, we've got a good friend here that's helping her out with some tape, right? But if you're not being mindful, you might be looking at the clock thinking, what's coming up next? What am I doing after school? What am I eating for a snack? Instead of focusing on what's in the present, what's here and now. So being mindful, we focus on the present. We focus on what is right here and right now. Being mindful is appreciating what you have, even if someone else has something better. That can be a little bit hard too, can't it? So some of these things, in order to be mindful, you really have to concentrate on them. Being mindful is also waiting your turn. Gosh, it doesn't sound very easy to be mindful all the time, does it? I know sometimes we can be impatient when we're waiting. We want our turn right away. But if you use some of your strategies, take a breath, relax, know that you're going to get a turn, you just need to wait. Those are all good strategies to help you be mindful. Being mindful is treating each new experience as an opportunity. Oh gosh, this is a hard one. And understanding that making mistakes is how we grow. We talk about that all the time. We make mistakes. We do a change. We try it again. We see if it works. If it doesn't, we try it again. We try something different. We try something new until it actually does work, right? Or until we've practiced enough so it works. This is a really fun one. They're shooting off a rocket ship. Crash! Did it work? Not the first time. They didn't give up. They must have been kindergartens. Kindergartens never give up. That's one of the things I just love about kindergartens. Being mindful is being grateful for your family and your friends, and actually telling them. That's the important part too, is you're really grateful for the people in your life, but let them know, gosh, Mom, I love you. Thank you for taking such good care of me. Dad, you make me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Thanks for tucking me in at night. Let them know how you're grateful for all the things that they do. Ooh, good thing her friend helped her fix her butterfly. She made it for her mom. Ooh, savoring each bite of your delicious food. Woo! Let's pretend we're eating some delicious ice cream right now and we're savoring every part of it. Although I think they're eating oranges. Also good. Oh, this is one of my kids' favorites for sure. Cuddling with your puppy and enjoying how soft and wriggly he feels. Look at this nice puppy. But that could even be a snuggle with your brother. Or petting your cat. Or having somebody that you love put their arm around you, right? All of those things too. Relishing the warmth of the sun and the sound of the rain. So I always talk to you guys about how much I love the sun, but also the sound of the rain. When it rains outside and you really listen, it's very soothing. It's very calming. We need to appreciate all kinds of weather. Feeling, oh gosh, visualize this one. Feeling the sand between your toes. Watching the rolling waves come in off the ocean. And smelling the seaweed. Some of you maybe have never smelled seaweed before, so you can use your imagination right now to try and figure out what would it smell like. Listening to the seagulls. Ooh, and tasting the ocean's salty spray. They're using all of their senses there. Look at that. That's being very present. It's being very mindful and noticing all the special things around them with all of their senses. We're going to practice our senses coming up too. Allowing the rhythm of your breath in and out to make you feel peaceful. Closing your eyes and being still enough to hear your voice inside. You could maybe even practice this one. Ooh, they look very happy. Being present means living in the moment. It means realizing that yesterday's history, it's gone. And tomorrow is a mystery. You have no idea what's going to come up. That's kind of the fun of it. Today's a gift. And that's why we call it a present. Somebody likes gardening. So tell your friends what it means to be present or mindful, and spread the word. When we're all present, life can be much richer, much fuller, and much happier. So think to yourselves, kindergarten. I'll show you this last picture. They're up in an orange tree. I don't think we've ever done that together before, have we? I've actually never done that. Anyways, so give yourself a minute. Think about, what does it mean to be mindful? I am mindful when I... And you can sound out the words and fill in that page. And hopefully post it to Fresh Grade and draw a picture that fills up the whole page showing me how you're mindful. When you're being calm, when you're being patient, when you're waiting your turn, when you're in the present and you're smelling the flowers and you're aware of all your different senses around you. Okay, I'm excited to see what and where and when you are mindful. Okay, thanks for joining me, kindergartens.